Hey, church. I am recording this daily update from the frozen wasteland that is my home. Can't see a thing out there. It's white and frozen. My home office with my almost dead avocado tree that I started growing years ago. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by all the things that are behind me. Y'all stay warm, stay cozy, stay home. The second round of ice is coming, but I wanted to make sure that y'all know that the church is still doing what it's doing. The staff team have been daily, hourly, texting one another, communicating with one another, and tonight we have our Ash Wednesday service at 6:15, and I will host it all here from my house. But y'all get something that's, if you want to receive ashes. If you don't want to, that's okay. Merrill suggested that mascara could be used. I don't want to be the one to advocate that because as someone who's never worn mascara, I'm assuming that it will come off your forehead. So y'all just thank you for being patient. Thank you for being gracious. Thank you for being that kind of church that is checking on one another. And, this morning, Roger Harrison was texting me about ways in which he thought that we could reach out to first responders and road crews because they're working 12-hour shifts trying to keep everybody safe. And I called, I texted with Katie Birch, and Rod says right now, just pray for them and stay safe. Don't become part of the problem. And that when there comes the time for us to respond, that we can. But again, I double miss everyone now because I've been trapped at home now for the better part of this week, and it's good. It was good for me. It has been very good for me to get out and go into the church every day during all this COVID mess. And so maybe just now I'm getting a little touch of the stuck at homeness. So I have a little bit more grace and patience for everybody now. Instead of just rambling along, in light of what Roger said to me or texted to me about ways to help, and it just called to mind the act of service and sacrifice. And on this Ash Wednesday, as we begin the process of preparing to go all the way to the cross and into the grave to come out the other side transformed in resurrection, I was thinking about Paul's letter to his friends in Corinth, and he talks about the sacrifice of Jesus Christ and what kind of sacrifice that was. And so as we go into this day and as we go into this 40-day journey, let's let this epistle reading be what guides us and sets our tone. This is 2 Corinthians 5:20 through 6:10. We entreat you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God. For our sake, he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. As we work together with him, we urge you also not to accept the grace of God in vain. For he says, at an acceptable time I have listened to you, and on a day of salvation I have helped you. See, now is the acceptable time. See, now is the day of salvation. We are putting no obstacle in anyone's way, so that no fault may be found in our ministry. But as servants of God, we have commended ourselves in every way, through great endurance, in afflictions, in hardships, calamities, beatings, imprisonments, riots, labors, sleepless nights, hunger, by purity, knowledge, patience, kindness, holiness of spirit, genuine love, truthful speech, and the power of God, with the weapons of righteousness for the right hand and for the left, in honor and in dishonor, in ill repute and good repute. We are treated as impostors and yet are true, as unknown and yet are well known, as dying and see, we are alive, as punished and yet not killed, as sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, as poor, yet making many rich, as having nothing, and yet possessing everything. Crossgates, we are in Christ. Our relationship, our identity, and our purpose comes in him. in his life, in his teachings, and all that he is comes through him and in him. As we embark on this journey 40 days from now to find ourselves in Jerusalem with Jesus on the cross, I invite you to begin asking some Lenten questions. The questions I will ask tonight at our Ash Wednesday service may be the questions that guide us throughout this journey. And they are this: who were you? Who are you? And who do you want to become? I believe that the answer of those questions, is found in this declaration: I see Christ in you.